like first time I heard it, I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna be humming this for the whole of the song. First time I heard it, I can't get it out of my head. I was like, that's how you get a number one, baby. That's what you do.
It's funny. I get people messaging me going like, I'm going to bed at night, and all I can hear in my head going around is bum bum bum, and I'm like, sorry about that, right?
Sorry, but you see my plaques, yeah? You see my plaques. What I'm doing right here. Yes, and we are back like we left something. The catch up. Myself, Adrian Dixon, my big brother Justin Dixon are right there. Now, the catch up. Shouts to everyone that's checked out episode 1 with Shadez the Misfit. That interview was, love that one. Everyone that checked out the Colin Francis interview. Now we are with Verge. We have leveled up the game. Justin, hit me with an air horn. The WWF wrestlers, yeah? Yep. Justin is recording from Mum and Dad's house, so has found my old stash of wrestlers. But anyway, the catch up with Verge, we thought, what better way than to invite the #1 selling artist in the UK for 4 weeks, a whole month. This geezer has held down the charts alongside one of our favourite artists, Mr. M&EK. So introduce him to the catch up. Justin, who we got?
Ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you, or let us present to you, Dixon Brothers, catch up with Joel Corry.
We are joined by, it's a mad list of accolades I've got to put to your name now, you know, bro. It's different. It's like #1 artist. Right, you know what? I even had to write it down. It's that deep. Right. So what
serve it up.
Was it UK #1? Yeah. 3 UK top 10s. Yeah. 3 UK top 40s. Yeah. 42 weeks in top. Look, come on. Jeez. Our boy Joel Corry doing big things out here, mate.
Yeah, man. Like first and foremost, congratulations, bro.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
You know what? You know what it is? It's when you see your friends win. There's no better feeling. Like when sometimes you're like, ah, man, I wish I could do that. But like certain people, you're like, you know what?
Yeah.
Congrats.
Oh, big up. That means a lot to me. Thanks a lot, guys. That's cool, man.
No, definitely. We've been seeing the graph since like getting to know you from like meeting you on Kiss and then heading to Mallorca, Ibiza together. And like, to be honest, I only knew you from social media and TV and all that. So like when we got told by our producer, like, yeah, you know, Joel Corry's joining Kiss, you do that standard DJ thing. Like, all right, let's see what he's got. Yeah, let me see. Is he really about this life or is he just out here? And then we met. What was it? Ibiza we met the first time at O Beach.
Open Beach.
Yeah, and then like it was your time to come on because we played the earlier set, that one. And you come on. I was like, all right, let me see the set, and you bodied O Beach like absolutely. I remember looking over at Just like, jeez, this guy's about that life, you know? And it's been great to get to know you.
You know what? I've got good memories from us at Ocean Beach, like just having it in that DJ booth. I wish we were back there this summer. Obviously, it's not going to happen, but yeah, I mean, last year we had some really good times in it.
I mean, dude, how's it been like this summer? Because obviously with everything that's going on with you, like you are out here smashing it with all these absolute, like the rhythms of fire as well. So this USB of absolute weapons, and yet you can't go and do the tour. How's it been?
Yeah, obviously, like it's a big part of my life that's gone like with the touring, because I haven't had a break from touring for probably 10 years. So and you know me, I'm quite relentless. Like I'll DJ 8 nights a week if I can. So yeah, it's a big part of my life that's sort of like been taken away, if you like. But at the same time, I guess the flip side is it is nice to have a break. And during lockdown, I was able to get Head and Heart finished, which was, you know, I was looking back on it, it was nice that I had the headspace about the stress of traveling all the time. And, you know, to get the track out and for it to be so well received, you know, I'm happy that all the extra time that I put in during lockdown, it was all worth it. And yeah, obviously I'm very sad that I can't be playing it out this summer. It's kind of weird that I put a track out without even testing it in the club. It's just so bizarre. That's usually where that's where I usually test my tracks and make the tweaks that need to be made and road test tracks for ages before I actually release them. So it's been a really different process this time around. But, you know, I can't wait until the day comes around where I can perform in front of a crowd again and drop that tune and just watch it go off. It's going to be a real special moment, man.
When you made the track, did you realise you had a weapon on you?
Do you know what? I was working on Head and Heart since last November, actually. So it was a long project, this one, and the original demo, like I knew this track was so special, and I kept coming back to it. Like even my previous single, Lonely, was released in January, and I remember even during the release campaign of Lonely, I was like, my head was like obviously so into that, and really busy with all the promo and the skip, but I just had this track in my back pocket, this Head and Heart, and I kept going back to it and working on it. But it needed like a new vocal, man, and it also needed some new sections written. Like it wasn't a proper song yet. It needed like a pre-chorus and the middle way. It all needed doing. So luckily the demo, it got into M&EK's hands, and I'm fasting forward now to like March 2020, to the beginning of lockdown, and he hit me up on DMs. He was like, yo, Joel, I love this Head and Heart track. I'm vibing with it. First of all, I was like, what the hell? Like, M&EK's messaging.
Someone's like asking me like, what's going on?
And then like, for him to say that he liked the track and wanted to get involved, like, I was trying to play it cool. I was like, okay. But deep down, I was like, what the hell? So I was like, bruv, let's do this, man. Like, do your thing, bro. And obviously, M&EK is not just an amazing vocalist, he's an unbelievable songwriter, as you know. He's like written so many smash hit records for other people, and you know, he wrote the sections that needed writing, the pre-chorus. You know, he absolutely nailed it, and he sent back his vocal, and as soon as I heard it, of course I was like, slam dunk, this is it, man. So like, it was just, I had this Head and Heart like puzzle going on in my mind for so long, so many months, trying to just get somewhere with it, and M&EK kind of just came and completed that puzzle for me, and together we finished the track during lockdown, remotely, not in the studio because obviously studios were closed, but that was cool, you know. And yeah, we got it out in July, and here we are.
It's almost like kind of the two of you combining is almost kind of representative of Head and Heart, because it's your heart that kept on dragging you back to the track, where you needed M&EK's head to go, all right, what you need here, you need a little some of that, you need some of this, and need some of that. And
a seasoning on that, and we'll be good.
Yeah, little crack pepper. No, man, I'm so happy for you, man. That's brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
What I want to know, because not many people get to have like a number one off the back of such an amazing run, but can you like let us know and talk about what it's like to wake up on that day, hear that you're number one? And because for me, I would have lost my whole mind. I'd be out in the street, top off, like, what? Look at me now. Like, what was it like for you?
Oh yeah, it was, I'll never forget it, man. It was such a special moment. You know, like during the week building up, because on the Friday is when you find out the charts, you find out on a Friday. So, and you know, you don't know before that, you literally do find out on the Friday, but during the week, you can kind of get an idea of if you're close or, you know, if you've got a chance. And we knew we had a chance during the week. So could you imagine? It was like the build up to Friday. I was like losing my mind. I couldn't sleep. I was like thinking, because I was just thinking like, this surely is a dream. Like I'm actually sitting here thinking I could possibly get a number one single. So that it was a very weird but amazing week. And obviously it got to the Friday, and you know, like my family were around me, and you know, Scott Mills dropped me the call to let me know we'd got it, and I was with my family at the time, and everyone was just literally, it was just having a party, man. It was just a magic moment. Like my friends with me as well, and I was with M&EK on the night, which was so good to share with him because it's his first number one single as well with his own name.
Oh wow!
And, you know, this guy like been around for ages, killing it, and for him to have this moment, it means a lot for me as well to be part of his journey and see him loving it and smashing it, and everyone's behind him. So yeah, it's great, man. But it was nice that we could just share it together.
For us, getting to see the graft that you put in, that was the one thing we were always talking about. We'd all conversate about your rise, and you're like, yeah, but this geezer works hard. Like your
You
tour
put it in.
schedule is mad. When you put up them JPEGs on Instagram, like, I'm going to be here. It's like Zante, Ibiza, Mallorca, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, number one, how did he survive that? Because I can't do 2 days in Ibiza without doing myself some damage, bro.
Facts.
Yeah, fact. You know what? Yeah, like, yeah, I've always, like, as I said to you, man, like DJing's my number one thing in life, and I will tour like an absolute machine, and I love it. And like I said, if I could DJ 8 nights a week, I would. You know, that my love for DJing is still as much as it was when I was like 15 years old. It's still there. I still get the same buzz every time I play in front of a crowd, and it's my way of getting my escape and getting in the, you know, I miss it dearly at the moment, man. But yeah, last summer, obviously last summer was when Sorry broke through, which was my first record. And I'd been like waiting for that moment like literally my entire life. Do you know what I mean? It was like last summer when that happened, and you guys know that during the summers I always tour those resorts. You know, I've been doing that for years and years and years. So it was a mad summer because I had my residencies in all the islands, but my own track was popping off this time, which had never happened to me before. Because obviously, you know, I've always been out on the resorts DJing, playing that track of the summer. There's always one that pops off. So it was mad that I had one of them tracks and it was my own, because I was literally feet on the ground every single night, playing in these clubs, watching the crowds every week, getting madder and madder about this track. And yeah, it just blew my mind. It was a very special summer, and I do think that it, like, the work that went in with the touring, me literally being the front of it and just pushing it where I could, like hitting up all the other DJs on the resorts, you know, showed everybody love and getting their support as well. I definitely feel like it helped push the momentum of that song and help that breakthrough as well. So yeah, man, I think you can never really work hard enough in life.
I mean, one of the things we're quite keen on is to inspire the next generation. And I think that you've definitely, from what we've been discussing thus far, you've clearly demonstrated that you put the work in and it will come good. You know, if you were talking to like a little classroom with like 5 up and coming DJs, what would you say to them?
I'd say first of all, be prepared to work for free. Yeah, because I worked for free for a very long time. And, you know, I remember when I first started, I was just asking the resident DJ at the local nightclub if I could just do his warm-up set for him, which was the first hour when there was nobody else in the club. He'd normally just play a mix CD as people were walking in. But I was doing this like I was doing main set Amnesia.
Heart symbols to the cleanery.
And you know, then what I would do is I would then, you know, when he would go on, I would then stand behind him for a 5-hour set and just take the song requests, you know, a bit of paper, whatever, for him. And then he would let me go back on for the last half an hour. Again, while people were basically leaving. So I was the first person in the club and the last person to leave. And I didn't get any money. I didn't want any money, but I'm just saying, like, I did that every single week for like months and months and months until the club manager was like, you know what, Joel, like, I'm gonna put you in the sort of R&B hip hop room, you know, and you can do the whole night in there, and, you know, get 100 quid for the night. So I'm just saying, like, you know, I'm prepared to put the work in for free, but then I got my opportunity to actually have my own thing. And, you know, that's the first thing. My first bit of advice is just be prepared to work for free and work hard, and the opportunity will come. And the second thing I'd say is, you know, manners go so far. Like, so you have to be polite, you have to have good manners, because that doesn't cost anything, and that goes a long way. People will remember you if you're a nice guy, and if you treat people like how you want to be treated, doesn't matter where you get to in life, you just never lose that. It's good manners and be polite, always have a smile on your face and put that positivity out. That rubs off on other people and they'll remember you for that. And I guess the third bit is just having that core belief in yourself, because if you can apply the first thing of the hard work and being prepared just to do anything, and if you always do believe in yourself at the same time, that's how it's going to happen. Because there'll be people along the way, many times happens to me, would be kind of say to me like, maybe you should think about doing something else. Like, you know, you've been trying this a long time, get a real job. You know, that same old line that we always get told if you're DJing, you know, why do you need to do a real job? And, you know, have you got a plan B? Like, because I hate that, man. Like, if I told anyone, if I speak to anyone young, I'd say to them, like, what's your passion? Like, what do you actually want to do? Like, what's your plan A? Yeah. And if they've got that, I'd say that's what you need to stick to and focus on that. And other people are going to say, oh, think of a plan B. I'd say, nah, throw that in the bin, man. Forget about plan B. Don't even let that come across. Plan Bs are not a good idea in my mind. So I'd say figure out what plan A is and just go for it, man. Believe in yourself, work hard, and be polite all the time. And you should get there.
It's something you dropped on the timeline the other day, and I had to hit you up when you were in the studio with a certain Ray. And I was like, listen. Don't be messing with us out here, bruv. Like, what's going on? Talk to us.
Oh, man. Do you know what? It's nice because lockdown's kind of eased up now. Finally, sessions have started again. Like, so, you know, it'd be nice to actually get back in the studio with people rather than on Zoom. So I'm lucky, man, that, you know, as my journey continues, I'm able to work with some amazing people, amazing songwriters. Like, these opportunities starting to come my way now, which is amazing. Because, you know, if you asked me a few years ago, would I be able to do this and that? I'd be like, what? Nah, that's not going to happen. But here we are. So I feel totally lucky about this, man. But yeah, like with Ray, she is just an absolute superstar. Like, it was the first time I met her, and you know, one of those people where they just walk in the room and you're just like, geez, they've got an aura, certain swag, like it's amazing, man. And the talent she's got, like, as soon as she started singing and, you know, playing keys and you can tell that she's so in tune with the music, do you know what I mean? Total superstar. And we had an amazing day together. And do you know what? Such a nice person as well, like good banter, you know what I mean? Good, she's up for crap as well. So yeah, we just had a sick day together, man, and yeah. What can I say, bro? I can't give away too much, innit?
Just play the video minute, like, I know you got it.
Where's the exclusive?
I'm start getting phone calls, bro.
You're killing Kiss right now. New show, SNK Business, yeah? How's that going? What's the plans for that?
Do you know what? Like, I'm so excited about this, man. It's you know, I've been doing it a couple of weeks now. We've had an amazing start with it, and yeah, it's like, for me, it's like the dream slot. Do you know what I mean? Saturday night, 9 p.m. Like, wow, that's every DJ's dream for radio. And now here we are, like, about to, you know, started the Saturdays at 9 p.m. So it's you know, I feel so grateful that now I'm doing this new slot on a Saturday night at 9 o'clock, and it's amazing, man. I'm excited to smash it every week.
What's coming next? So is it the Ray thing coming next, or you got some other gems that we should be looking forward to?
Well, as far as like new music, obviously Head and Heart's doing its thing right now. It's also starting to like really pick up on a global scale, which is very exciting for me. So it's starting to, you know, places like Australia and around Europe, and hopefully in the US as well, things are starting to move, which is very exciting. So at the moment, you know, my head's on Head and Heart and smashing the campaign. You know, I've got some really sick remixes on the way that I've just remixed a few tracks with some big artists, so keep a lookout for them. And yeah, obviously I'm working on my own music as well, man. Can't give you too much more than that, but
I'm digging.
You know me,
trying it. And we know you got like loads more interviews. Like when you're the guy and the #1 guy, you got bare interviews to do, bruv. So like, thanks a lot for your time, mate.
Yeah.
And look forward to seeing you in the real world, for real. Like, and
yeah, definitely, man. I look forward to a proper catch up. And next time, hopefully, it won't be too long till we're back in the DJ booth together.
Yeah, man. Definitely. All right, Joel, brother, we're gonna let you go, yeah, mate.
All right, boys.
Big love, man. Congratulations again.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me. I'll see you later.
Man,